This word is stretcher. Let's say that together. Stretcher. A stretcher is a bed with wheels that is used to move someone who is hurt or sick. Let's say that together. A stretcher is a bed with wheels that is used to move someone who is hurt or sick. This word is examine. Let's say that together. Examine. Examine means to look at carefully. Let's say that together. Examine means to look at carefully. The title of this book is My Trip to the Hospital. It's about Little Critter's trip to the hospital after he hurts his leg in a soccer game. Mercer Mayer is the author and the illustrator. That means he wrote the words and drew the pictures. Let's start by looking at the pictures together. What's happening on this page? I can see Little Critter, and it looks like maybe he's hurt. He's screaming. Everyone's looking at him. I can see that he's at his soccer game here. Who are all these critters? Well, it looks like maybe that's his mom and his dad. Maybe that little girl is his sister. What are the critters in the red shirts doing on this page? I can see them on that little bed. They look like maybe they're putting him into an ambulance. What is this? That's definitely an ambulance, isn't it? Where are the mom and the little critter? They must be inside the ambulance because I can see the driver and the little boy still in the bed. What's happening here? What's happening in all of these pictures? Well, it looks like he's at maybe a doctor's office. He must be at the hospital because that's the title of the book, right? And it looks like a nurse is checking him out. Oh, is that a lollipop? It looks like she's giving him a sucker. Who is that looking at Little Critter's leg? I bet that's the doctor. I can see the stethoscope. It looks like he's really looking at his leg to figure out what's wrong and what's making it hurt. What's happening here? I can see all kinds of pictures of bones on the wall. I wonder what they're fixing to do. What is he doing to Little Critter's leg? It looks like he's wrapping it all up. I wonder what's wrong. Who is that talking to Little Critter and his mom? That's the same nurse as before that gave him the sucker. She looks really friendly, doesn't she? And I can see that Little Critter and his mom are smiling. She must be really nice. What are those things that Little Critter's using? Have you ever had to use those before? They're called crutches. They're to help people who can't walk. What is he doing here? Looks like he's kind of getting the hang of it here, doesn't it? He's still holding both of them. He's got his good leg on the ground. Looks like his mom is cheering for him. Where is Little Critter now? I can see a yard and a fence. Oh, there are some stairs, a cat, and his whole family. I bet he's back at his own home. What's going on now? Looks like they're eating dinner. They're getting to eat it in front of the television. That's fun. Who are all of these critters around him? These look like his friends. I can see lockers in the background, those colorful things, so I bet that he's at school because usually lockers are at a school. What are all of these friends doing to his cast? They've got markers or something. Looks like they're drawing on it. What's happening here? Looks looks like everybody's looking at his cast. Look at how colorful it is. Alright, now that we've looked at all the pictures, let's read the words that go with the pictures and figure out what's happening in the story. We were playing soccer and the score was tied. I ran and kicked the ball as hard as I could, but the goalie was in the way. "Goal!" shouted Tiger. "We won!" "Ow!" I screamed. My leg hurt a lot, but I hardly cried at all. "Don't worry, little critter," said Dad. "You'll be okay," said Mom. An ambulance came. I was put on this skinny bed called a stretcher, and then I got carried off the field. The whole soccer team waved goodbye. Mom came with me in the ambulance. I held her hand because she looked a little scared. When we got to the hospital, I got to ride on the stretcher all the way inside. A nurse listened to my heart with this thing called a stethoscope. Then she let me try the stethoscope on Mom. "Wow, Mom, your heart is beating really fast," I said. The nurse gave me a big lollipop and told me I was very, very brave. The doctor came to examine my leg. "This may hurt a little," he said. It sure did, but I took a deep breath and counted backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then it was over. "You have a broken leg, little critter," he said. "Well, do you have the right tools to fix it?" I asked. The doctor nodded, and then he gave me a cool sticker that said "Little Champ," because he said I was a real champ. Next, I went to have special pictures taken called x-rays. The nurse took the pictures with this big machine that could have been on a spaceship. She said the x-rays showed all the bones in my legs. "You know, Super Critter has x-ray vision," I told the nurse. "That means he can see through stuff too, just like this machine." After that, it was time to get my cast. The doctor started wrapping bandages all around my leg. "I feel like a mummy," I said. A little while later, the nurse came to check my cast. She said I could go home soon, but first, I had to learn how to use my crutches. My cast sure was heavy. It almost made me fall over, but I kept trying. Finally, I got it right. "Good job, little critter," said the nurse. "Now you can go home." Little sister and Dad picked us up. Everybody wanted to help me with my crutches, but I told them I could do it by myself. I walked all the way to the front door and I barely slipped once. Mom made spaghetti and meatballs, my favorite dinner in the whole world, and I got to eat it in front of the TV. I sure was happy to be home. At school, everyone said I was a hero. "We won the game all because of you, little critter," said Tiger. Then all my friends signed my cast. By the time they were done, it looked like a rainbow. Let's say this word together. Stretcher. A stretcher is a bed with wheels that is used to move someone who is hurt or sick. On this page of our book, they put little critter on a stretcher because his leg is hurt. They put him on the stretcher and then they put him inside the ambulance. We could use the word stretcher in another way. Like we might say, when I was at the hospital, I rode on my stretcher to the x-ray room. Let's say this word together. Examine. Examine means to look at carefully. On this page of our book, the doctor examines or looks at little Critter's leg. He's examining it to see what's wrong with it. We could use the word examine a different way. Like we might say, I used a magnifying glass to examine my globe.